What is up, my guys? Welcome back. I'm on day 23 now. Day 23. I didn't want to, like as I've said before, I didn't want to keep making a video for every single day because I don't want you guys to kind of get bored of me saying the same fucking thing every single day, right? So, what's been going on in the last 3 days? Well, it's been a struggle for me. Um, 23 days, no FAP, no nothing. It's been a struggle, you know. Um, I basically, um, let's just say that it's pretty easy for me to get aroused right now. So let's just say that. So, and there's a particular person that shall remain nameless, but she knows who she is, that I would really like to sleep with, and I think about her constantly. So, yeah, it's very hard for me, especially because of how I feel about her. So, um, yeah, uh, so it's been a struggle. Let's just say that it's been a really big struggle. But I'm plowing through. I'm about 44, 46 days out from my show, and things are going really well with that. So I'm really looking forward to doing my competition. So I'll be competing in men's novice, men's physique. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's going to be a really fun time for me, new experience for me. Um, if you guys have any questions about that, I can definitely answer them for you on what I do and you know um, what I do to train for that. Don't ask me about compounds because I don't want to go into that because I don't want my channel to get canceled because of that. I know they're canceling a lot of uh, channels that kind of openly talk about that, so I'm not going to talk about that. So don't ask me about that. But I can answer you about dieting, training, what I'm doing, splits, things like that. If you want to ask me about those things, I can definitely answer those questions for you. I will say that semen retention has definitely skyrocketed my gains as well. So holding that in has been a really good thing for me, is in that aspect. You guys can do that too. You will make huge gains in the gym. So just be aware of that. But it does get really difficult around this time. So if you are following along um, with me on this journey, I congratulate you. You're doing a great job. If not, and you have failed at this point, don't worry about it. As I've said in the past videos, just start over, okay? Just start over and day one again. It's not a big deal. Don't beat yourself up every time you fail. It's not the end of the world. Everybody's going to fail at some point, but you just have to keep on pushing through it and keep on going. What I've noticed for myself, as far as anything that I do, if I set a goal for myself, um, I definitely seem to stick to it a lot better. If you're just kind of doing it just to do it, it's going to be a difficult time for you and you're going to struggle a lot more. But if you set a goal for yourself, if you write down, I'm going to go 7 days, no fat, no nothing, it's going to be a lot easier for you to stick to it. So the fact that I have a goal in mind of going this full, time period with no corn, no fat, no nothing, it's definitely made it a lot. I don't want to say easier, but it's definitely something that's easier to stick to when you have a goal in mind. So set a goal. Set a small goal. Don't start with 90 days like I am, okay? Like don't set a reasonable goal, okay? All your goals need to be smart, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, okay? So make sure you set a specific goal for yourself, and that will definitely help you in a lot of aspects. I apologize, my dog is chewing on a toy right next to me, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. But Anyways, set a goal. That will help you in a lot of ways. Set a goal for yourself for a fitness goal too. If you're trying to gain weight, if you're trying to lose weight, trying to gain muscle, set a goal for that too. But again, make it a smart goal. Don't make it like I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 30 days because that's just not possible. Okay, and even if you were to be able to do that, it wouldn't be a healthy way. If you're trying to lose weight, try to set it where it's like a pound or two per week, so that is a little bit more attainable. So make them attainable. Um, and Have priorities, right? Have a priority when it comes to, semen retention. Have a priority or a purpose or something that you can work towards through all this, because if you don't, the boredom will get you. That's what's really been getting me is the boredom. I started reading this book called The Way of the Superior Man, and this, my friends, is a great, great book so far. I have not finished it, obviously, but I've got pretty deep into it, and it definitely talks quite a bit about masculine energy and feminine energy, and having a purpose, right? You want to have a purpose as a superior man. You want to work towards that purpose, and don't put women above your purpose. Don't put porn above your purpose, okay? Don't put anything above your purpose as a man, ever. If your purpose is to get up and chase women, you've already lost. You've already lost. So don't do that, okay? Make your purpose something that's meaningful, right? Whether it's a job, or a fitness goal, or helping others, or volunteering at church, or diving deeper into the word. Make your purpose that something that is going to make you feel good about it, not a purpose that's going to leave you empty inside at the end of the day. Even if your purpose is to have a meaningful relationship, that's a good purpose as well. But don't put it before anything, okay? We as men, especially as Christian men, we are supposed to be providers, protectors, and that is our goal as a Christian man. Also to lead your family to Christ. Lead your family to Christ, guys, big time. And also, make sure that you walk the narrow path with Christ as well yourself. A friend of mine, we were talking about sex before marriage, and it was kind of an interesting conversation, considering that his standpoint on it, which I respect this man very highly, that he said he doesn't think it's a big sin to have sex before marriage if the person you're doing it with is somebody you intend to marry. And I sort of agree with that as well. I think that, because in those times, they didn't have like big elaborate marriage ceremonies like we do today. Obviously God doesn't change, right? God doesn't change. The laws don't change. The sins don't change, with the times. God never changes. So, and obviously it does say in the Bible that we are supposed to follow the laws of man. So the laws of man, to be recognized as a married couple, you do have to get married through the state. But with that being said, if you have sex with a woman, and this is just my opinion, if you guys want to challenge me on this, go ahead, put it in the comments. I'll definitely have a conversation with you about it. But this is just my opinion. If you have sex with a woman, in God's eyes, you are married to that woman. That is what I believe. So don't have premarital sex unless you are intending to marry that woman. That would be my biggest thing. If you're running around playing with hearts, playing with feelings, playing with girls' emotions, leaving a trail of broken hearts behind you, that's that's not only hurting yourself, but it's also hurting a lot of people. You're hurting a lot of other people. So don't have premarital sex unless you intend to marry that woman. That's my biggest piece of advice, because you're spiritually and sexually bonding yourself to that person. And if that person's also a promiscuous person, I think I've said this in the past, you're also bonding yourself to, excuse me, every person that that person slept with as well. So be aware of that, guys. Okay? So, but I'm on day 23. I'm going to keep trucking along. I appreciate you guys so much for following along. Please like, comment, subscribe. I want to have conversations with you. We have to debate a little bit, I'm fine with that as well. Just keep it respectful. But also share this with anybody that you think can benefit from hearing this. I would love to help them as much as I can. This is part of the reason why I'm doing this, guys, is to help other guys to walk away from, sin and shame, and getting away from, that garbage, right? We got to get away from that, okay? And I'm also trying to do my best, in the process of doing it for myself, but also trying to help make you guys better men, So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for following along. Thank you for the continued support. Just please like, comment, subscribe, and share this with anybody that you think can benefit from this, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Stay blessed.